Wow, you guys, Markwayne Mullin just destroyed Kaitlan Collins live on her own show where she tried to catch him up, but he holds all the cards, just like the Republicans on this government shutdown. You guys gotta check this one out.
Tonight, Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma. And Senator, it's great to have you here. You heard those voters themselves, a few expletives in some of those situations. Your own home state imports more than $7 billion in oil, as you know, and more than $49 million in natural gas coming from Canada. Now with the new tariffs going in place and what this is going to look like, what should they be preparing for? Is it going to be a difficult period for them over the next few months?
Well, one of the reasons why there's so much importing from Canada is because we have Cushing where we store it. So we're actually not, we're holding it as it transports onto refineries in Houston. So we're not just necessarily importing that. It is a concern
Right,
to
but
us.
it speaks to your economic development, it's people's jobs and
Yeah,
whatnot.
well, yes, but we're just holding it as it goes through. We're not actually passing it on to consumers. We're just holding it in storage tanks in Cushing, Oklahoma. It's across lines of, or the pipeline intersection of the world, basically is what we call it, and then it goes on. But that's beside the point. What we do understand though is there is cost that's going to be here. There's two things that's happening here. You have the reciprocal tariffs that are on other countries, especially Europe, that has been taking advantage of our economy because we allowed them to rebuild after World War II. We did that. We've never actually corrected that. And then you got national security issues that's going on between Canada and Mexico. They have illegal activities through trafficking of drugs and trafficking of humans coming across our northern and southern border. How this whole thing started was we asked them for help. You remember Trudeau, he responded by saying that you should worry about your own streets and not just try to come after us and try to have us fix their problem. The problem is the illegal activity is coming from their countries. They're openly allowing the cartels to work in their countries. What we've asked and what President Trump asked is help us. If we will partner with you, we're not asking you to do this yourself. Help us stop the illegal activities coming across our northern and southern border.
Well, I don't know about the word openly, but that is something that we heard from Trump and Canadian officials. But then we've also spoken with Canadian officials talking directly to the White House who say one day it's the fentanyl numbers, one day it's the dairy tariffs, which haven't even actually hit the mark in the USMCA agreement that Trump negotiated. One day it's the trade deficit, and Trump's pulling back without some of those things being addressed. So they're saying essentially it's mixed signals and we don't know exactly what barometer we're supposed to be hitting.
I get what they're saying, but I can tell you where we've been at. We've been laser focused on national security, and the president has been laser focused on securing our borders. Just in the last 7 days, Oklahoma has apprehended 5 pounds of fentanyl. Now, 5 pounds doesn't sound like a lot.
No, it's a lot because obviously a little bit of fentanyl can be
2.2 pounds of fentanyl is enough to kill 500,000 people. That's just in Oklahoma alone. So this has happened to every one of our cities. If they don't want to partner with us on national security, then how else do we get their attention? Like I said, we're not asking them to do it alone. We're saying let us partner with you to go after the cartels that's getting the illegal activity across our borders.
But you're talking about just Canada. I mean, this is going across the board on steel and aluminum, and it's about to go across the board even further come April 2nd, according to the president. He argued today that there's not inconsistency here. He said that he needed to have flexibility. But if you're a business owner, that is inconsistency and it's uncertainty. They don't know what's hitting what and when, and if the threats are real or not. I mean, what are you supposed to do if you're a business owner here?
The first time the president put this on, Canada came in and said, listen, we're going to put $1.3 billion worth of technology on our border. And Mexico came and said, we're going to put 10,000 Marines on our southern border and work with you on it. The president said, okay, we'll stop. We'll pause that for 30 days and see how it goes. The problem is they did put the Marines there. It has helped with the human trafficking, but the drug trafficking is still flowing in, and we're not going after the cartels. All it stopped is the flow coming across one part of the border, and now they push it someplace else.
So this is kind of like the Mitch McConnell situation. Chuck Schumer had the chance to be the head of the Senate and push some of these bills through, but unfortunately, a lot of these Democrats, man, do not care about America. They never put Americans first. Then they want to know why Trump won. Why is it that Trump won this election? There's a huge mandate for change. These people are tired, sick and tired of working and working and working, getting retirement funds, and then you're taxed, and then that money is not going towards bettering the roads, bettering this, bettering that, bettering that. Instead, they're going to people that came here illegally, people that broke the law. And then when you break the law, they don't put you first. So how would you feel if this was your election? Hit the comments right now. How would you feel if this was your election you had to go out and vote, maybe the first time, second time, third time, fifth time, whatever time it is, how would you feel? Would you vote Democrat again? Would you keep voting for these people that keep screwing you repeatedly? That's all I want to know. Please hit the comment section down below. If I see a no, a yes, just please let me know. I'm going to reply to you guys. I really want to see it, man. Let's keep going.
But we're saying let's go after the bad actors. They're
But if
refusing
they're
to do
working
that.
with you and you still put you say Mexico is not refusing. They just sent all these.
I'm getting tired of these hosts, man. She doesn't even know what she wants to say. Look. I'm going to go back.
Someplace else. But we're saying
Watch.
let's go after the bad actors. They're refusing
But if they're
to do
working
that.
with you and you still put you say Mexico is not refusing. They just sent all these cartel
They
leaders
sent
to the
26
United
people
States.
that they were
Wow.
that we already had the intel on them and told them to go pick them up. We've been
that was
trying
a
to get them
big
picked
deal,
up for a
don't you
while.
think?
It was a big deal, but there's more that can be done. And the same thing on the northern border. What the Canadians did is they put technology there. They showed us where the illegal activity was crossing. But we're like, okay, if you know where it's crossing, then why aren't you apprehending them before they get to our border? Why are you allowing them to still come in? And then there's been this tit for tat, and the president is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to screw our borders. It's promises made and promises kept by the president.
Well, but the businesses seem confused. I mean, Wall Street,
see
we're
that.
watching. I mean, you're seeing the numbers.
sure.
What's a business leader left to think or an investor?
It's tough right now, and I understand that. I'm a business owner. We all make decisions based on two things: the way we're raised and our life.
So really quick, guys, while we're watching the video, I want a logical explanation on this. How does Jim Acosta and Kaitlan Collins have a job? They literally abuse the word lie. They abuse the word. I'm sick and tired of these people able to sit in briefing rooms and ask whatever question they want to ask, sit in these interviews and ask whatever question they want to ever ask, but they never ask the right questions. Not that you need to ask them that I know the answer to, but you do need to ask them that's something productive. Something that's not counterproductive. It seems like they're just looking for a gotcha question the whole entire time whenever they're on air. How is that right? And how are we able to proceed as a country? Keep going, man.
Life experience before politics, all I ever did was business. You need certainty, which is why we need,
Yep.
tax policy that's permanent, not that's able to fade in and out. I'm not trying to get off on that subject, but I'm just saying that we need certainty in the business world. Tariffs is a tax,
Yep.
and it will be passed on consumers. But it also allows us to have open markets. So if you want to have open markets and access to other markets, so let's go past Canada and let's go past Mexico and start talking about the rest of the countries we allow to come in here, that the president says we want to have reciprocal taxes on you. If you're going to or tariffs on you, if you're going to charge us 36%, we're going to charge you 36%. If you want to charge us zero, we'll charge you zero. Every one of these countries want access to the strongest and greatest economy in the world. That's the United States. We don't necessarily have to have their market, but if they're going to have access to us, we want access to their market.
What you just said is important, that a tariff is a tax and it is passed on to consumers.
Of course it is. Everybody knows that.
That is something the White House does not acknowledge.
No, that is something that the president, who is a business person, understands that completely. No one understands the economy better than this president. There hasn't been a president that understands this economy better than this president.
And I think you'd agree that in part of why he won re-election was because of his promises on the economy. There's a new CNN poll today out that says Americans are not that impressed with how he's handled it so far. It's 56% majority of the public disapproves. That's actually lower, or it's a higher.
That poll was obviously a Democrat poll. That was obviously Democratic. They always say this MSNBC poll that was put out. We asked this question: do you approve of Trump? The approval rating is down to 3%. Dude, you're asking a bunch of sheep. Are they awake? These people are asleep. What I did there, but these people are asleep, and you're asking them if they're awake. Of course, you're gonna get the answer that you're looking for. You're never gonna get a question unless you ask someone that has common sense, Republican, or someone that's really a patriot. You're never gonna get the right answer, guys. I don't know why that's so hard for her to understand. I don't know why this is so hard for the Democrats to understand that, dude, we need to change. And if you don't change, we'll never see change. If you want to sit there and support CNN, Communist News Network, man, I don't even know, man.
Disapproval than it ever was during his first term in office.
It's still higher than it ever was with Biden, though.
Well, but are we judging him just off Biden's numbers?
No, I'm just saying that if you're gonna use numbers, you're using his high number in his first 4 years where we had inflation at 1.4%.
It's worse than it ever was during his first term in terms of how they're viewing it. But my point,
but he's got to recover from 4 years of Biden. keep in mind, we had a
But they're asked about
we
how
were in
Trump's
a
handling the
recession
economy, not how
overneath
Biden
Biden,
is
but no
handling
one
the
talked about
economy.
it. Sorry, I'm sorry. Say that. Go ahead.
They were asked how Trump is handling the economy
okay.
over Biden. I mean, they were asked about the tariffs specifically, and they said they disapprove of that even by a wider margin, 61 to 39%.
See, yeah, I'm tired of the polls, honestly. Look, I'll tell you guys what. Shut the government down, you know? Shut the government down. It'll make it way easier to get rid of these bad employees and hire new ones, you know, that are non-corrupt. Because a lot of these people are just filling their pockets, making sure they send Chuck Schumer, send Nancy Pelosi their little money, and they keep just pocketing off of us. They take money out of, they literally, this just happened to someone I know. They literally take money out of your account, and then they say this is to the IRS. These people have to care about Americans before they can just willy dilly take money on my account. I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting Republican, man, until the day I stop breathing. Let me know what you think about this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, let me know what you got to. Out.